Hey folks, Jeremy here. I wanted to give you a Haunthology update. Right now, we've hit the halfway point, which is pretty spectacular. Knew what I wanted for this project. I knew how I wanted to approach it. I think there's a little bit of doubt sometimes in how much content you're actually going to be able to create. I felt like I knew that I wanted to do 100 pages. That was the goal. But when you start something like this, there's always that question, can I work constantly within short story format? I've really been surprised at the fact that not only am I consistently coming up with stories, I've hit the point now where I'm actually worried that I'm going to have too many stories, which, maybe that's okay. I don't think I ever felt like this thing had to be limited in the way that I was doing it. I said 100 pages. If that's 120 pages, that's absolutely fine. Moreover, I kind of always saw this as something that had a volume one on it. We're going to release it at some point in print in a larger form kind of thing. But, I like the idea that I'm just letting this go where it leads me. So far, we've released 8 short stories. I really feel good about these. They are very different, but the theme is still there. I'm still doing them exactly the way I want to. I've yet to run into a situation where I've had a story that I kind of hated by the end of it. They're always exciting and fun and something challenging and different. Beyond those 8 stories, I've that I've released, I've got 2 more that are finished. Those really have been pretty. These are longer form stories right now. These that I'm working on. The package, one of those stories, I think it's the next one I'm releasing, is a 7-page story. And then I've got a couple more in the process beyond that. One of the great things or interesting things about this, I guess, is that the ideas are coming so quickly. At this point, I have a list of notes for something like 20 stories, but even with the ones that I've got finished right now, I've got 5 more that are completely written, outlined, thumbnailed out. I'm learning very quickly that artist me kind of hates writer me because I'm just writing and writing and writing, and sometimes even taking these things in directions that I wasn't quite expecting. One of the big surprises has been that some of these stories, when I started this project, I set up a thing where I said these are going to be 1 to 7 page shorts. I feel like 7 pages is kind of where they should top out. I can usually do those in a week and a half. The longer form stories, like 7 pagers, might take me a little bit longer, but I can spread that out a little bit. But somehow, because again, writer me is a jerk to artist me, some of these stories have gone as far as being 15 pages. I think that's where we're topping out. I'm okay with that though. I really need this project, these stories to kind of go where, the story takes me. I'm really going to try to make sure that I don't have to take a break anywhere in this. I want to stick to my bi-weekly release schedule. That's okay though. I'm really figuring out, I think, how to do shorter stories, the 1 or 2 page, 3 page, 4 page short stories, and then kind of release those between the longer form stories. You're definitely going to get a couple of the big 15 pagers right near the end of this project. I'm working on all of those now. The 3 main longer form stories that I've done for this, they're all written. I've drawn at least 1 page of each of them, but sometimes more. So I'm enjoying that. I think a lot about, for me right now, the importance of writing, the importance of creating. The comics industry has changed. It's changed in some ways that I think we all maybe saw coming, which is kind of hard and sad, difficult. But then with the pandemic, I think that it's changed even more. It's changed in ways that we didn't and couldn't see coming. The possibility for more creator owned work and more specialized work coming from Patreon or completely digitally or via something like Kickstarter has become more and more important. For me, I honestly think that this thing is therapy. It's me making things the way I want to, and that's really important. Thanks so much to everybody for sticking with me through this. All of you have been awesome. I really appreciate the support, the feedback, thoughts on these things. I'm going to continue making them and seeing where this goes. So, yeah, this is a little update. I hope you enjoyed it. Please take care, and we'll talk again very soon. Thanks.